like I said, we got the good old Slam Shady paddle tail. A little bit of Dr. Juice on it. Let's just keep casting out. Oh, there we go. Finally, got something, guys. Finally. What do we got here? What is this? What is this? All right. Well, we got another little trail here that I believe leads to some water. I hope so. A certain amount of oh my god, guys, there's a big snook. What's up, guys? Your boy Jfishy here. And guys, we're about to slap the waders on because you already know where we're at. We're at the one spot where I'm hoping to eventually catch my keeper redfish. Today though, I don't have any live bait at all. You know, I've come 2 times already, and both of those times all the locals have said, man, you know, put that artificial away. You're not going to catch anything with it. So today, I'm not going to listen to them, and I'm just going to start throwing the artificials out. See if I can catch something. I mean, guys, last time I was walking out of here, I seen a school of trout. I seen snook. So I've caught both of those species on an artificial Slam Shady. So today, we're just gonna give it a shot. I mean, I'll probably spend about a couple hours here just casting the artificials as far as I can get. I might even go far out waiting to that trout hole that they took us to the first time. So I'm not too sure about that one yet, but we'll see. But yeah, let me slap the waders on, get my Slam Shady out, and I'll see you guys on the water. All right, guys. Well, we're back out here again, as you guys can tell. I'm really putting these waders to work now. And hey, once again, we got the Slam Shady, little Dr. Juice. Put some on here real quick. Last time I was here, as I was walking out, man, I seen so many trout and snook just kind of hanging out around in these shallows. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see. I mean, again, today I'm not planning on keeping anything. It's a little later than what I've been coming out here. You know, I always hear the morning bite is a lot better, but it's still morning. It's just not, you know, early morning anymore. Like I said, we got the good old Slam Shady paddle tail. A little bit of Dr. Juice on it. Let's just keep casting out. See if we can get anything to want this. Alright guys, well let's get started with today's adventure. And as I said in the intro, really all I had was my paddle tail on me and my rod. That was literally it. I had a couple more extra paddle tails and a couple of jig heads in case I lost them. But you know, my main objective was just to fish with these artificials and just to see if I could get something to bite. Because like I said, a lot of the locals here keep telling me, don't try it, you're wasting your time. But hey, you know me guys, I'm very persistent, and I love, you know, just going out there and casting it just to see if I could actually hook up on something. And as you guys are going to see here, there was a few people fishing the good spot, which is kind of where I was catching the redfish, and a lot of people hook up on the redfish. So I kind of didn't want to bother them too much. I did sit around and cast a couple times and talk to them, and again, they were another local telling me not to waste my time and, you know, just to use some live bait. But hey, I decided to keep going, guys, and keep fishing it out. And you guys know, I feel like no matter what, if you cast your artificial as many times as you can, like literally 100 or 200 times, you're gonna end up hooking up on something. And well, like I said, guys, with a little bit of luck and some elbow grease, you can always make something happen. Well, I guess we're going to the trout hole, guys. Like I said, I do feel a little, just a tiny bit concerned, but we'll be all right. Now we might have to make a quick trip to our little snook section, a little snook honey hole that we've been going to recently. Might be able to hook up on something there with the artificial. Oh, there we go. Finally, got something, guys. Finally. What do we got here? What is this? What is this? Oh, there it is. Look at that, guys. Oh no, little trout. It was a little trout. Come on, maybe they're over there. That guy was aggressive. But hey, feeling that bite was nice. He looked kind of red at first. I was like, don't tell me I got a small redfish. That would have been sick. Assuming they're all here though. And there you have it, guys. Like I said, I did cast that artificial out so many times before I got a single smack, honestly. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like a lot of people end up giving up on artificial. And that's understandable, you know, I get it. A lot of people like to feel that bite pretty quick. And with live bait, you're going to get that most of the time, because a lot of the times it'll be smaller fish, you know, who are actually nibbling at your bait. So you're still feeling some sort of action. But with an artificial, it's completely different. You know, most of the time, unless something actually, you know, takes the artificial, you're not going to feel that, that, like, you know, strike. So, but hey, like I said, guys, I kind of knew I would make it happen, because, you know, the trout cannot resist this lure. But unfortunately, that was the only bite that we had out there, and I did cast around so much. So there you go, there you have it. Like I said, you know, you can be out there for a couple of hours and literally only get 1 or 2 bites, and hopefully you actually hook up on them, because otherwise they might just, you know, smack it and leave. But as I was walking out, guys, you guys are gonna see this boat right in front of me right there, and man, that boat was hooking up on snook back to back with live greenback along those mangroves right there in front of them. And as I was leaving, I heard them saying that they were gonna leave already. So I kind of decided to pretty much just wait it out a little. I went to the car and just grabbed a few things, and then they ended up actually leaving. So I went right back in there, and I decided to give it a shot with my slam shady to see if I could fool them, because you guys know I've already caught snook with this lure. So I kind of figured, you know, even though we're in a different spot, it still should work. Besides, after seeing them hook up on so many, I figured at least one had to bite. All right, well, it looks like this boat's leaving, so might as well see if they're still biting. Let's put a little bit of Dr. Juice on here, just to make it as good as we can. Let's fish it. Hey, they left, guys. And I definitely could tell that right when they left, they still had another bite, so. I think they honestly got tired of catching snook, which is something I'll never get tired of, but it does seem that they're probably on a charter or something. It's probably trying to put them on more fish, so. Oh man, guys, you guys don't even know how much I casted into this area. I casted for about half an hour trying to get one of those snook to bite, and it just seemed like they just completely stopped eating. But I know, you know, I kind of know what it was. You know, the snook, I feel like what happens is they know somebody's gonna come feed them actual, you know, live bait. So they're pretty smart to the point where they're not going to eat an artificial. And as you guys can see there, I got snagged a few times because I was putting it right under the tree. I mean, a perfect cast. So, you know, sometimes when you do that, you'll eventually get snagged. And after, like I said, trying so many times, I decided to kind of move away from that area and go around this structure again, because you know, I know the fish love to hang around this structure. There's a lot of structure right here. So I kind of was casting in this area, and man, oh man, I finally had what you could say is a little bit more action. I mean, I can probably count on my hand the amount of bites we had today on this one. Oh, what? Guys, that was a big snook. He was gonna eat it. No. Holy crap. Let's see if he still wants it. That was a nice snook. That is annoying. Dang it. I pulled it out of the water 1 second too fast. Wow. Holy crap. Dang. I think I see him. It seems that he's right on this wall here. Oh man, guys, that was such a big blow up. And unfortunately, I didn't get to fully see what fish it was. I just imagined that it was a snook because there was so many snook hanging out here on this day. And, you know, right there to the left, I felt like what they were doing is just staging around that structure and, you know, hoping for something to come by. And he must have just happened to be hungry and seen my slam shady and couldn't resist. Unfortunately, he missed it. And that was pretty much the last of the action here anyways. So we decided to get out of here. All right, guys, we're out of the waders now. And you guys seen it. I was really just coming out to see if I could kind of prove that I could actually catch something with artificial, and I really did. You know, I got the trout. Yeah, unfortunately he kind of got right off the hook, right at my hands, but I'm pretty sure you guys can tell it was a trout. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I spent a good amount of time here, probably a good 2 hours, just testing everywhere out. You guys seen, man, the fish are here though. That boat that pulled up to that mangrove right there, it was just hooking up back to back on snook. So they are here. And we will get them eventually, but again, it just seems like live bait is just killer out here, which for the most part in general in fishing it is. It's just, you know, like I said, to me it's kind of a good challenge slash just fun to throw that artificial around and see if we can hook up on something. You guys seen last time I brought the shrimp out here, and you seen I was able to get at least a snapper. I wasn't able to get the reds. That day they just seemed to be chewing on the greenback. So I think to just up my chances, I have to bring a little of both honestly next time. So yeah, let's see if we can get somewhere else. You guys see I'm out of the waders now. I probably won't be using them at the next spot, I don't think so, but we'll see, maybe. So yeah, let's get to probably another set of mangroves and see if we can hook up on something else. All right, well, we got another little trail here that I believe leads to some water. I hope so. Let's see though. Again, this is you know, just traveling in Florida, little Florida forests, nothing new. And like I said, really you just have to be aware of your surroundings. That's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, a lot of things could be here, but hey, no risk, no reward, right? Here we go. Oh, somebody lost the crock. Oh man. Oh, these mosquitoes over here are insane. And there's a black bug that I've never seen before. That's one thing you're definitely gonna find here. Some crazy looking bugs. Let's take a couple casts here real quick. And yeah, guys, as I said, I kind of left the other spot and just turned my Google Maps on and decided to look around, see if I could find anywhere where I could kind of get to some water, kind of some areas where I've never fished before. And I seen this spot, but I wasn't too sure because, you know, sometimes when you're on Google Maps, you don't really see if you could actually get to that area. You just see water. But I decided to check it out, and I'm so glad that I did because the area looks very, very good. The only bad part about this area is the amount of mosquitoes, but hey, that's Florida in general, so you're not really going to get away from that. And as you guys can see, it's just a long trail with a bunch of cuts in it. And well, guys, look at what I found in this cut. So here's our first little cut. We're pretty much going to make this a little adventure, guys. Of course, good old Florida bugs. I already feel them. So although this might look like the spot where I normally fish, it's not. This is a complete different area, but they all look very alike, as you guys can tell pretty much. And like I was saying, this is one of the how do you say it? This is one of the good and bads of these areas, as you know, you kind of only have the certain amount of oh my god, guys, there's a big snook. Guys, can you see that snook? Holy crap. What? I just got followed up by a snook. Oh my god. I did not expect that at all. I mean, I did. You guys heard me naming, you know, what I thought might be through here, but that quick? What? Oh, wow. Wow. That's all I can say is wow to that. I wonder if you guys were able to see that through the camera. I hope so. That is crazy. You know, I thought it was going to take me a while to, you know, pretty much search for these fish, but that was quick. That was pretty much the first couple casts. I mean, you guys seen I stopped by this, like, bridge area. But other than that, you know, I haven't really... This is, like, one of the first kind of spots over here. Oh, that was right on the edge of that mangrove. Oh man, it's nothing like a snook following you up like that on artificial lure, and you actually get to see it. Like I said, it kind of sucks because the way it was kind of overcast today, so I wasn't fully able to see that snook coming up to it. And if I did, I might have been able to play the lure a little different and maybe get him to bite. However, you never know. It don't matter how good I could have played that. He probably still wouldn't have ate it anyways. But yeah, guys, and before we left, we ended up actually spotting a couple more and trying to cast at them. Wait a second. Guys, if I'm not mistaken, there's a snook right here. That one's not phased at all, but what? All right, let's keep walking. Like I said, I really want to get to know this area. So even though I had some kind of action here, I want to go to the next one. And even with that little bit of action, I was so pumped to keep traveling this trail here and pretty much just cast anywhere I could to see if I could get anything else to bite or follow up or just kind of learn the area in general. Like I said, a lot of the times when I fish a spot for the first time, I really just like to learn it. I mean, yes, I would love to hook up on any sort of fish and, you know, especially if it's a decent fish. But hey, you know, learning the area sometimes is part of the grind, guys. Sign for fishing. It's a real good sign. Look at all this bait fish stuck in this tide pool. Wow. If I had a cast net, I could have caught a bunch of those. Wow. If they would have went out a little further, I probably would have been able to like get a couple of them. Somebody's been here. See a lot of footprints. Yeah, it's a really high tide, I guess. Look, there's so much bait fish stuck in these little tide pools here. That's what I'm assuming, is that it's a high tide. Because like, look, this, I don't think this is supposed to be waterway up here. Oh, it's real slippery too. Bait. Let's see if we can get it. Good thing I took my socks off. Hope I don't wipe out here. Let's see. Here, see guys, this is one of those things where I almost hope I don't hook a fish up here, because to get him, to land him through these little cuts here is going to be pretty hard. But I'm willing to try it. Now I'm really wishing that that snook would have bit in my first couple of casts at that one spot, because I thought it was a good sign. It seems like it was the only sign of life around here. And unfortunately, guys, for this new spot, this is pretty much all the action that I got. Really, the only kind of highlight of it was the snook followed me up, because it just kind of showed me that the snook are here, and which I kind of knew. You know, anywhere that there's mangroves and saltwater canals, you're probably gonna find the snook. But to get one to follow you up is, you know, it's sometimes a little hard. So for it to happen on the first time of me going here, I was very pumped for that. And I kind of, you know, like I said, when I search a new spot, to see that happen on the first try just makes me think, okay, I definitely have to keep trying this spot and learning it a little better, you know, with the tides. Like I said, it seemed like it was a high tide because these tide pools were very far up. It seemed like they were getting into the trail, which I don't think is supposed to happen. So because of that, I just imagined that it was a high tide, and there was so much bait here, like just so much bait, which sometimes is a good thing and other times it's a bad thing, because you got to think, if there's so much bait around, there's probably not a predator fish that's eating it. But then again, you know, I'm still fairly new to fishing, so I don't know too much about how the logistics of all that work. That's just kind of what I pieced together in my mind. And yeah, guys, so unfortunately, like I said, we ended up searching for that bite that never came at this new spot. And eventually we just kind of were getting tired of the mosquitoes. I won't lie to you, they were very, very bad here. And we just ended up saying, you know what, let's get out of here, take it as a W, coming to a spot and, you know, learning it little by little. And as I always say, guys, the important part is that I came out and had fun. All right, guys, well, we're back at the car now, and man, today was a little bit of a tough day, honestly, out on the waters. You know, I started off at the wade fishing spot, and again, I heard over and over from all the locals, you know, artificials don't work, you're not going to catch anything, you're wasting your time. But guys, you know, that's the thing about artificial fishing. It's a challenge, you know. It's not as easy as live bait fishing. And again, I will never knock live bait fishing because I do it myself. You guys see it, I've done it twice here already at the wade fishing spot. And you know, I'm not against it, but every once in a while, you know, I like to just grab my paddle tail, grab my rod, and go out there and just see what'll bite. You know, yeah, I'm gonna cast that thing 1,000 times, but hopefully I'll catch a couple fish, you know. So hey, we tried it, and as you guys seen, we actually were pretty lucky. We got a trout. Unfortunately, you know, right before I got him in my hands, he hopped off the line, but I got a good view of him. I'm pretty sure you guys did. So hey, they do bite the artificials, as I pretty much thought. And yeah, and then we went to those little like canal mangrove areas. That's a whole new one. I've never been there before, and man, it was crazy. The first cut that we visited, I had a snook follow me up. I'm gonna try to zoom in on it. Hopefully you guys can see it. It started getting a little cloudy, and I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that, but hopefully you can. And that kind of got my hopes up for the area, and I kind of thought, okay, maybe, you know, it's gonna be good. But man, oh man, I spent about 2 hours going through those canals, every cut I could get to. You know, it's a pretty long trail, and I could not hook up on anything. I mean, I seen so much bait, but I just didn't see no predator fish that followed them. And unfortunately, you know, I couldn't get a bite, guys, not even a smack. It was only that snook that followed me up. Today was one of those days where it was a little rough, but again, I had a great time out there fishing. I hope you guys had a great time following along. Again, I know it was slow, I apologize, but that's fishing, you know. There's only so much I can do with all the variables with fishing, you know, the tides, right now, really, the weather is kind of the biggest one. You know, summer here, we have that hurricane kind of season thing where, you know, any day could just be beautiful, but it's blowing like 15 knots. So, you know, on a day like that, there's not much I can do. And that's from the shore even. So sometimes, like I said, I'll go to those like mangrove cuts because you get kind of shielded from the wind. I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the support. We're nearing 1,000 subscribers. We're so close. I hope you guys can help me out. If you haven't subbed already, hit that sub button. Drop me a like. Drop me a comment with what you guys have been catching, kind of what areas you guys fish in. If you guys are in the same area, let me know. And hey, let me know what you guys been catching. I plan on doing a little bit more, maybe some beach fishing once this weather kind of calms down a little more, and hopefully we can hook up on some nicer fish. But yeah, guys, anyways, I just wanted to say, hope you guys have a blessed week. I hope you guys have the best luck out there fishing. Remember, guys, always stay positive, keep them good vibes going. I upload twice a week on my channel, so I hope to see you guys back here next time. But until then, guys, peace.